is not a spring chick. The bikinis are. I've got these 3 bottles here because, you know, you're all getting ready for bikini season. Or, let me put it differently, is you're not in the shape that you wish you were. You don't have as much time as you'd like to. You never made it quite to exercise as much as you'd like. And let's just say you have a special event, or you're going to be in a bikini very shortly, like in a day or 2. So what can you do? They're laughing.
Tuck your tummy in, breathe with your tummy in.
Well, you know, one of the biggest, that's part of it, is one of the biggest things is to stand straight.
Yeah. Second, get a bikini so small that nobody notices the fact that you're out of shape.
Oh, actually, that's a really good one too, huh?
Yeah, the smaller the bikini, the less guys tend to pay attention. The women say, how could she wear a bikini that small in the shape she's in?
Well, you know, because see, part of it, here's the philosophy. Wear it so small that they won't pay any attention. The other one is to put on those bikinis or those swimsuits that look like shapewear. So you feel like you're in a straight jacket practically when you're wearing it.
All the women know that, though.
Yeah. And so they know that if you're wearing that...
Yeah, then you got a problem. It's better to have the woman say, how could she wear a bikini that small? Than to say, boy, she's got a problem with her weight. Look what she's wearing.
That's right. Well, you know, here's the funny part is I will tell you, it's like if you wear the right bikini, and we've talked about wearing the right bikini for your shape, right? It'll help you look slimmer, but also depends on what area you want to draw attention to, just to distract them from looking at other areas.
Yeah.
Whether it is wearing a bikini so small, if you have a big chest, having it so your assets are shown.
Yeah, you can wear a bandeau chest. You can, the bottom. But you can wear a bandeau chest if you're a woman with a big chest. If you're a woman with a slight chest, wearing one of those bandeau tops flattens you to make you look like a little girl. Yeah.
So you might not have time to go run and get a swimsuit if you've got to be out on the beach in a day or 2. But, now that's if you plan like a week in advance, you could do that, right?
Yeah.
Although you still could go bikini shopping. So you pay attention to where we're talking about the bikinis for the right shapes. But some other last minute things you can do. That's, you know, weightlifters, you know, they would go to the sauna.
Yeah, and it will take off for a few days. It will remove a lot of weight, water weight, but it will come back.
Just know it's going to come back. You can go get a colonic.
Then it will come back.
Yeah. But I know here in Hollywood and LA they use it to help fatten your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are good. These other things are other things that you can do really easily at home. You don't have to have an appointment somewhere else.
Yeah, one's a lot more fun than the other 2, though.
You can guess which one that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this one right here is Uva Ursi. We just discovered this the other day.
Well, this was recommended to us by the vitamin people.
Because part of it is we've been talking about eat what you want to be able to eat. And I'm doing all this stuff. And yes, I'm accountable to you because you're sitting there watching and you're like, well, you know, you're doing all this exercise.
It is tightening all up, but we tell people, you busted your toes and you couldn't do anything, and what she did was she put on a lot of water weight. With a woman, you don't get rid of water real easy.
Because I'm not out there sweating all the time, right? I could go work out and do a lot of that stuff. But I will tell you this, I've used, you can use it up to 14 days. But what happened was I used this and this.
Yeah.
Okay. This is an herb. This immediately cleans toxins. I picked this up at a gifting suite by the Secret Room. And the powerful detox formula, Noxide.
Well, it did actually work because we did dump off a few pounds. All of this, we did dump off a few pounds of weight in one day.
I know. You're going, what?
And that was the day.
I did this and this.
Put it this way, that was the day we were cooking. We ate a lot of food that day.
I know, can you imagine that?
We ate like about 3 pounds of food.
Well, it took off, I lost weight, and then, right here, because I don't do sit-ups, right, because of my neck, right, so I've been walking on and doing things, but literally, overnight, and not an exaggeration, literally, overnight.
That's right.
After combining these 2, I lost, almost about 3/8 of an inch right here.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, where that water weight's going to be.
That's right. That's where it's a lot of it is setting right in that area.
See there's still some there.
But when she turns from the side, you can see that she's not tucking her tummy in or anything. and it's coming down. Everything is coming down. People notice. Because you're in a bikini, they do notice all this stuff.
They notice. You see me in front of the camera all the time.
Right.
So, and here's one of my favorite ones. This one is one of the more fun ones.
That's the real fun one right there.
Oh, should we tell them you can also take things like, and things for gas?
Yeah, gas.
Should be that time of the month or...
Yeah, but things like that. But this is called how the royalty in the Incas and the Aztecs and all that used to basically tighten things up and clean things up.
Mm-hmm. Now this one, and you're going, what? That's chocolate. There's also a dark chocolate one.
Which works better.
Yeah.
But we can't find it all the time.
I think I can only find that one at Target and Vons. For
Yeah.
some reason it's not at the other ones. But Hershey's, it does make a difference. I've tried some of the other ones.
You don't want the artificial stuff. It's got to be the real stuff. The artificial is basically just sugar, and it does not work. But this one works. Actually, it works well with whipped cream.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you're going to go, what?
You think you're whipped cream and chocolate? What are you people naughty doing? No, the whipped cream is there for a reason, because you stick to yourself with the chocolate.
Yeah, because you put this on, it literally will tighten the areas, and you stick to yourself and like...
You touch your arm to yourself and you can't move your arm.
And you feel your skin go like this. But if you put the whipped cream on there, then you can move it around.
Yeah, and it does work. She will tighten her body up after being covered in chocolate. And it is... we have done it. We've done it many times. Actually, we got a video banned for showing...
Oh, actually, we'll have to...
We
should end up on the DVD.
We did get a video banned because she was showing nothing more than how the ancients used to do. It was a beauty treatment. They still do this in real expensive shops.
Like this is my favorite one if you have the time. It's also my favorite one if you have somebody else with you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Then,
it's real fun if you got somebody else, because there are spots that you can't get for yourself with the chocolate and the whipped cream.
And here's another one right there. This is just some plastic wrap. This helps if you have somebody else too.
Yeah.
But you may not have these things at home, and you're at home watching, and you're going, well, I got to go somewhere, and I don't feel like going out, and I don't have the time, and I'm running around.
Everybody's got plastic wrap.
You're going, what are you doing?
No, okay, it's basically, you can put it's basically you're creating your own miniature sauna. Mm-hmm. And you target it to the areas where you got problems only.
Yeah. So, I have cellulite patches at home.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, we could show them that too. Let me show you what
well.
I know, I was just saying, I feel like I'm telling everybody my secrets.
No, because
but part of this stuff really does work. This is practical.
We've learned it, because we don't have a massive budget to use. Everything we do goes into equipment, really. Literally goes into top of the line equipment. So we have to figure out how to do things on a budget. Things that you got, like you can find in your home, or go to a store and just pick it up off a rack.
And part of these things is I keep these in the house.
Yep.
So if I need to get ready, these are some of the last minute things that I do. Oh, but also on this plastic wrap, we actually we could put it on the website. Some different things that you can use.
Oh yeah, you can put stuff. You can do the. There are chemicals, like deep sea. Basically, actually, we didn't even think about it.
For them.
We got that stupid deep sea soap, which is basically, we could have basically lathered a person up with a deep sea soap, put the tap stuff on it, and it works the same way. Mm-hmm. Because and
if you have some of those, you could use that.
Yeah, but you can target. If you got one thigh bigger than another thigh, you wrap it in that with just some general stuff. I mean, sea salt, clay.
Yeah.
You can go take your kids, clay, put the sea salt, mix it.
They would actually have fun with that.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it is, yes, you can go to the spa, but a couple $100 later.
Yeah, well, this is like a couple of bucks.
This is like reach for the cover.
We once went to Whole Earth picking up all the things that were in a recipe. I mean, the cost was nothing.
I still have the ingredients, so we can do that on a different one.
That's right.
These are some of my favorite ones too. This is affirming butter by Palmer's. It is extremely difficult to find it in the store, but you can get it off of Palmer's website.
Yeah.
The other stuff, they call it something different. But this one I particularly like. It's not really expensive, but it really does
What they
work.
did was they changed the ingredients in a newer model, and the newer version doesn't work as well as that did. because they changed the environmentalists didn't like that polychemicals were being used in the original, so they took the polychemicals out, which is what made it. Okay, we'll tell you this, folks. Antifreeze, is a version of antifreeze is used in all of this stuff. So,
but this literally, it's like this is used on a daily basis because see some of these. I'll tell you, like this can only be used 14 days in a row.
Yeah.
This Greg Plitt, he's actually on the front of all these American fitness magazines, and his stomachs, his abs are so cut I could do a 3D video showing his abs.
Well, we got a can of what really crappy stuff that we could, if we couldn't show, we'd show you, but they'd sue us about it. You drink some of that, and you cut down your water intake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really bad stuff.
This you do, it makes a mess, but you have a lot of fun.
No, but you do it, you stand in your shower or in a bathtub and put it on, and just let it set. And that's how quick it is, let it set.
This takes a little bit of time. It's not as messy as this. You can wrap yourself, still do things in the house.
It's still better if you have somebody else to do. Okay, basically you should always have a second person to monitor how long you've had it on.
Because sometimes you may also have it on longer than you realize, and maybe your skin's looking a little bit flesh. You may not think about that, and somebody else may notice it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You need this as time. You actually can leave this stuff on a lot longer, but I wouldn't leave this on for more than an hour at a time. Yeah. And that just makes it simple because you have the other person timing. You get it off because it will leave marks on you. It's just like you put anything tight on you, it leaves a mark. So if you're going to go out somewhere, you don't want that mark, so you've got to get it off.
Now, this one, is one of my all-time favorites, but this one is another one of mine. This is Adonia. It's a 9-minute leg tone serum, which reduces the appearance of cellulite. Okay, yeah. This one is this one is the most expensive of all of these. I don't know exactly the price on them, but I will swear by this one. This is, you're getting ready to go out, you don't have a lot of time. This one will stay with you and help clear it up. Yeah. We've done the test on camera. Yeah. When we did the reviews of the gifting suites, where you're literally watching
you do it on, you could see it. We did like one side and the other side. You could see the melt on one side and nothing on the other. And then we did it on both sides and did measurements. So you can tell it does work, but there's reasons why things work. Most of it is a lot of these things that constrict the body have a chemical in them that causes the body to sort of, it's like, they said Botox is not lethal. Yeah. It's sort of a synthetic version of that called propylene glycol.
So if you're getting ready, this will kind of help you. This I would do the day before. Yeah. This is like maybe the week before, the day before, day before, day before, day before.
Yeah,
These two. This can be right before you go.
That's right.
This can be right before you go and on a continual basis.
Well, yeah, and the firming butter, like the chocolate, can be a lot of fun. I know.
And the best way, or actually one of the best ways, of course, besides standing tall, is if you're going somewhere. I'm not a huge fan of this, but I know that it works, is that if you work out those muscles a little bit beforehand, like you do like some sit-ups beforehand, it'll contract your muscles. Yeah. And so you also look slimmer.
Yeah. So, because people, I think, they've noticed the fact that her ribs show at times. Her ribs show when she's starting to drop water. The trick is to even out it so that it looks, the whole body looks symmetrical, which is really difficult because you can't exercise.
Well, I do exercise.
But you can't exercise. You can't do the things that are needed to exercise the areas where you have the most problem because of the fact she's got a broken neck. Yeah. And so that's causing a problem. A lot of people have neck. Actually, a neck injury is an awful common injury. You cannot do things for setups and stuff because it rocks back on the neck.
Well, and part of it is if you've had neck problems, you shouldn't be doing it that way.
That's right.
And some of those things you should consult a doctor. But if it's hurting you, stop.
Stop. Yeah. They should never. Okay. There is no such thing as hurt. Do it till it burns. No. If it burns, then it's hurting, and I don't